All right. So Be'ezrat Hashem, today we're going to discuss a little bit and we'll try to understand the wording of the vidui. Okay? The vidui is essentially formulating and wording the averot, okay, the wrongdoings, to ourselves, right? And the minhag is to take the right fist and slowly hit our heart, and basically almost like doing a malkut, yeah, malkut, like you hit yourself on by the heart, by the left side of the left chest, and every time we address or we say one of the sins we feel bad about, and we recognize we fail. During the year, it's broken down into the 22 letters of the Torah, right? Alpha, beta, and during Aseret Yemei Teshuvah, some also say during Yom Kippur, there is what is called the Vidui Agadol. According to the Arizal, we do not say the Vidui Agadol. Okay, we don't spread all the averot. At least when there is Chazara, you can do it on your own if there are specific averot that you want to say. That's according to the Arizal. According to the Rav Hida, according to the Shulchan Aruch, according to the Gaon, according to the Shla, you have to do teshuvah, and part of the central part of the teshuvah is to leitvadot, to recognize that you have sinned, to accomplish what the pasuk says, umodeh ve'ozev yeruham. You have to recognize the avera. You have to let go of the avera, right? Kabbalah le'atid, say, not only I'm stopping doing it, I'm not going to do it again. Okay, HaKadosh Baruch Hu forgives. Okay. Now, when we say the vidui, we usually say it belachash, we lower the tone of our voice, and we, like I said, we speak to ourselves. Okay? The Michtav Eliyahu writes, and I think I brought his Hidush in the past. We say in the introduction, right, of the Vidui, we say like this: שאין אנחנו עזי פנים, וכשעורף לומר לפניך השם אלוקינו ואלוקי אבותינו צדיקים אנחנו ולא חטאנו. We're not arrogant to say we never sin and we are tzadikim. אבל חטאנו אבינו פשענו. No, but instead we say we're honest with ourselves. We are humble, and we say חטאנו אבינו פשענו. We sin. Says במכתב אליהו, רבי יהודה דסלר, says the common denominator between all the sins is that we always have a but in between. Sin start with but. This but, yeah, there's always, that's the but B-U-T, if you will, is the rationalization, is the petach, is the opening of the head. So says the Michtav Eliyahu, we start the vidui by mitvadim, right? By doing teshuvah on all the buts that led to all the averot. And the only aval that we say, the aval, you know what? You know what's the aval? Hatanu aval hatanu avim bashal. So, if you will, the root of the vidui is the recognition of our rationalization on a day-to-day to allow ourselves to get close to the Avera, and eventually when we're close enough to the taste of the Yetzer Hara, he carries on and makes us, fall. Good? All right. So that's when we said the vidui. That another thing, if you pay attention, in the vidui, there's no Lashon Yahid. Yeah, it's not singular. It's written in plural. We did this, we did that, we did this, we did that. Not I did this and I did that. Why? Because some of the averot, or some that we addressed during the vidui, really we never did. Maybe we never did. Somebody that eats 100% kosher. Hilalnu Shabbat. Somebody will Hilal Shabbat. I don't know. Lo achalu chametz bepesach. We ate chametz on Pesach. No, I did not eat chametz on Pesach. I didn't. I know for a fact, 1,000%, I did not. So what do I say? It's sheker. A lot of the averot we address in the vidui, at least in the vidui agadol, are things that we never did. We never did. So what do we say? The Rav Hida explains, and many Chachamim explain also, that we don't say vidui for ourselves only, we say vidui for others. So maybe I did not eat chametz on Pesach, but somebody did. And he did because of me. Because if I was tzaddik enough, if I was kadosh enough, and if I was strong enough, maybe my zechuyot, my avodah, my influence would have awakened in his heart inspiration to do teshuvah, whatever it is, and he would not have done this avera. Kol Yisrael arevim ze lazeh. We are all interconnected and responsible for each other. For this reason, when we say the vidui, we say it b'lashon rabim. We say it in plural. This morning I was on a call with a gentleman, Russian guy, okay, from New Jersey. First time we speak. Yeah. So I don't know if his name is Vlad. So I don't know if Vlad is Vladimir, Jewish, not Jewish. We don't know. Yeah. Oh, we speak. Somebody made an introduction. So I said, listen, I'm sorry, but I won't be able. I can only go back to that conversation maybe on Friday because I'm Jewish and we have Yom Kippur. So he said, yes, I know Yom Kippur. Also by me. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't do it. So I said, well, it's your lucky day. You're talking to a rabbi, so maybe you're going to do it this year. He's like, you know what? I'm thinking about it. I don't know. So the whole conversation shifted from nonsense, nothing mundane, okay, to the importance of doing Yom Kippur. And on the call, there was a Muslim. Imagine, the Muslim puts two Jews together, okay, for his own benefit, which is great. Benefit maybe of everybody, okay. And at the end, he's in the conversation, and one Jew is talking to another, to Yom Kippur. At the end of the conversation, he's like, I think you convinced me. I'm not going to eat on Yom Kippur. But, okay. So you see how HaKadosh Baruch Hu put things. We are all responsible. Right? So another dimension of the vidui is that when we say the vidui, we ask Hashem for mehila on behalf of all the Jewish people, of all Klal Yisrael. And we take responsibility, we bear the responsibility, and we carry the blame for all the averot of Am Yisrael. And obviously, אנחנו ואבותינו ואנשי ביתנו. Okay? It's all our families, because our behavior impact not only our kids, but also impact our parents, impact our immediate surrounding.
Yes, thank you.
Now, another dimension that we have to have in mind, or that we have to take into consideration, is the emotion. Okay? Because part of the vidui that we do is right, it's called vidui pe. Is when you say something from your mouth, it comes out perfectly, but you didn't feel anything. It was just blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So it's important to align the word that you say, its meaning intellectually, what it means, and the emotion it impacts. Keep that in mind all the time for tefillah. This is the ABC in tefillah. You have to say the word properly, you have to understand the word, and you have to feel the word. So when we say the vidui, we have to say, and it's the mitzvat hayom. Huh? The mitzvat hayom is the vidui. So we cannot go fast when we say the vidui. The mitzvah of the day is to do teshuvah. And the teshuvah is the itharet. You have to feel bad, and you can only feel bad if you bring up to your awareness, to your consciousness, actions and behaviors you did wrong. Now, obviously, and I spoke about it in a shiur I gave on Sunday, part of our Yetzer Hara is to want us to do teshuvah on everything at once at the same time. Because we have a need, an existential need to be perfect. Rabbeinu Yonah tells us this is the Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara wants you to want to be perfect. Right? Like we say, the enemy of good is great, and the enemy of great is excellent. So on Yom Kippur, we need to be honest with ourselves. And yes, we have to address everything we did wrong. And there's a nusach for it, there's a text for it. But we need to be ready on Yom Kippur to put the dagesh, to focus, to put the weight on certain averot, and if not many, at least one that we really are bothered by, that really affects us, and that we really, really, really want to change. And let that be the focal point of the teshuvah we try to do. Now, it could take a month, 6 months, a year, it doesn't matter. But you tell Hashem, you know what? This avera kills me. It hurts me. It makes me such a bad person. After, I feel terrible. On this avera, I'm going to tackle with all the koach. I'm going to learn about it. I'm going to find the reason behind the failures. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to do everything it takes. But I want to eradicate from my essence this avera. So although we address everything, yet it is important to really connect to something that bothers us and tell Hashem, look, you see this? This one, I'm telling you, I promise you from the bottom of my heart, I will do as everything I can in my power to fight it. And please, Hashem, please help me. You understand? Okay. Side note, when you're really aggravated and frustrated from an avera, that is an easy way to trigger an emotion of harata, an emotion of feeling bad and disappointment, right? So use that emotion and amplify it, right? And let it grow on other averot that you will address in the vidui.
That is a good tip, to focus on 1, 2, and go deep.
Yes, yes. Okay, so okay. Let's go to the Pirush HaMilim. Now, I'm sure in your Sidurim, if you have a translation to each word, there is its own translation. Okay, we're going to try to give a little bit of dimension to each words of the Vidui, and Be'ezrat Hashem, Kol Echad, to each their own, interaction which each words. So the first Vidui that we do on is on what Ashamnu. Ashamnu obviously comes from the letter Aleph, but we could have written Achalnu Machalot Asurot or something like this. Yeah, Achalnu Chametz. We say Ashamnu. Ashemim, to be Ashem means what? I am guilty. That's how we start the Vidui. There's no buts, there's no whys, there's no hiding behind this because this cause, that cause. The things we're the best at, to always blame something to protect ourselves. Ashamnu. Ashamnu. Hatati Ashamnu. Yes.
The word Ashamnu just means guilty.
Yes, we are guilty. We are guilty. That's how we start. The Ramban has another dimension to the word Ashamnu. It says it comes from the word Shimamon, empty, rek. We emptied ourselves. Yes, we are empty of Maasim Tuim. We are empty of good deeds. We are empty of mitzvot. Yeah, we emptied our essence from the neshama to allow the averot and because of that we did averot. Right? So we led ourselves to the averot by emptying our life from any ruhaniyut, from any spirituality and avodat Hashem. We feel empty. The Ramban says this is Hashem. We are empty. Now, I want to bring a Maaseh Avot that is extremely, extremely powerful. Rabbi Akiva, now we know who Rabbi Akiva is, yes? The greatest Rosh Yeshiva of his time, Yeah. He was making making new Tanaim, 1,000 Tanaim every year. Every year, he would bring to the world 1,000 Tanaim. Tanaim, not Tanaim. Right? Well, he lost 24,000 Talmidim, we know. And then he remade 5 students, amongst them Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Meir, who became the light of the Torah that we have today. Rabbi Akiva one day, he's on a journey. And he sees a man, dirty. His face is black. His clothes completely destroyed. And he's carrying wood. And the man is ugly. Rabbi Akiva tells him, what's with you? How come you're all black? How come you smell and you smell the burn? Ma melachtecha? What job do you have? What type of lifestyle do you live? Rabbi Akiva was astonished. He was like, he couldn't believe what he was saying. Something. So the man tells him, I'm not a man. I'm a soul. It's neshama. And he says, why this? He tells him, I was punished to go to the lowest level of creation. And my punishment is that every day I have to go cut wood, bring it to Gehinam, bring it to and the Malachim are burning me with that wood. They finish burning me. They give me back life and send me back to get more wood. This is my punishment. He's like, what did you do? He says, there is not one avera that I didn't do. I did everything. Every avera you can have in mind, I did it. Rabbi Akiva tells him, let me ask you a question. Do you have a wife? Do you have children? He's like, I don't know. I left my wife pregnant when I died. And he tells him, listen, don't waste my time. I'm scared because Malachei Habala, the angels of, are waiting for me. And if I'm late, they're going to whip me with their whip of fire. Let me go back and burn myself with the wood that I need to bring right now. Rabbi Akiva tells him, you tell them that Rabbi Akiva, made you, spoke to you, that's what you're like. He asks them, what's your name and where do you live? So he tells them, my name is like this and I come from the city of like that. Rabbi Akiva goes to that city, but I don't really wait until he goes to the city and he asks, he said, have you heard of Mr. X? He says, Imashemo, this guy, Imashemo. This man does not want to have a gazlan, ganna, hama. Does he have a wife? Yes, he has a wife. He goes, he sees the wife is pregnant, about to give birth. He stayed until she gave birth, took the baby, brought the baby with him, and taught the baby, educated the baby, this boy, until he was able to say berachot and make proper berachot. Another nusach is that he was able to say barechu et Hashem hamevorach mutzai Shabbat. When he saw that the boy is ready, Rabbi Akiva goes back to that same place where he saw that father. And he looks at him, he says, you remember me? He said, please don't waste my time. I'm in the middle of my work. He said, I just want to tell you something. You are now going to Gehinam. The berachot of your son, the mitzvot of your son are now your key to finish with this infinite pain. And now your tikkun starts. The man thanked him for delivering him. Now, this is Rabbi Akiva, the most famous Rosh Yeshiva of the time, that goes out of his way to save the soul of the Rasha Merusha, that didn't, This is the responsibility we need to look up to and emulate. There's no way we can leave anyone behind. Doesn't matter Rasha, doesn't matter he did bad, he did good. Doesn't matter. We cannot leave anyone behind. We need to pray for everybody. The Zohar says that on Yom Kippur, if you have anger against someone, if you're upset at someone, the tefillah doesn't go up. Your tefillah doesn't go up. So we need to be mohel. We need to clean our heart and not have any hard feelings for anyone. It's hard, but we have to do it. Because it is our responsibility to elevate all Am Yisrael for the greater good of the Shekhinah. That's one thing we learn from that Maaseh. The second thing we learn from that Maaseh is that the man did not lie. He was very honest. Usually you have Rabbi Akiva that goes and starts telling you, tell me, wow, what did you do? I didn't do so much. It wasn't that bad, but what can I do? This is the punishment. No, this guy came and he said, I did everything. That was the beginning of his teshuvah. The beginning of his redemption started from the power of Hashamnu. Good.
Good.
Bagadnu. Bagadnu, I'm a traitor. What does that mean? The Chachamim tell us Begida is I was not Makir Tov. I don't have Akarat Tov. And not only I don't have Akarat Tov, but people did good to me and I paid back with bad. Gazalnu. Gazalnu is when you forcefully take something from someone else. And that doesn't have to mean you take it forcefully by hand. It's when you push someone to give you something against his will by manipulating the situation, his mind, his emotion, and forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do. And he feels bad for doing it afterwards. That's called gezel. גזלנו. דיברנו דופי ולשון הרע. We spoke, dofi means bad words. And lashon hara. What does it mean, bad words? Dibarnu dofi, we complained, is that we were like all these prayers, all these mitzvot is in vain, nothing. What do I gain from it? Nothing. I waste my time.
Wait, I don't understand.
We complain and say that all the mitzvot that we do are a waste of time. What's the point of doing this anyways? What do I gain from it? What do I get from eating kosher? And what do I get from putting tefillin? Anyway, it's not going to change anything. I give tzedakah. What's the point? Anyway, it's not going to change anything. I keep Shabbat. What's the point? That's one definition of dofi. Dofi, some want to say, is do, P. Do is to, P, mouth. What does that mean? I say something to people, but I really feel something else. That's dofi. Lashon hara is lashon hara. He'ivinu. He'ivinu is we made crooked things that were straight. We contaminated what was pure, whether it's ourselves or whether it's the people, others. Our neshama, our kids, our household. Vehirshanu. And not only that we made crooked what was straight, but we turned things that were good, and we made them now reshaim. We triggered people to become rasha. Zadnu. Zadnu come from mezid. We did. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Did I miss one after He'evinu was what?
Vehirshanu.
And that one was, I'm sorry, I was just a little behind.
We made people becoming rasha. We forced them, we triggered people, we triggered reactions in people that defines them gives them the title of Rasha. It's like you push someone and then the guy slaps you in the face. The Chaim is saying if somebody raises his hand on somebody else, he's called the Rasha, right? So you push someone, push, and then boom, he explodes and he gives you a slap in the face. Yeah. Well, he's a Rasha for doing it, but you're Hirsha. You made him become a Rasha. Zadnu milashon zadon milashon mezid.
Perfect.
Some averot we did it, and we willingly. I know I'm going to this restaurant, and I know I'm eating this food, and I'm okay with it. I know I'm talking lashon hara, or I know I lie, and I'm okay with it. Hamasnu is also another version of Gazalnu. Hamasnu is when you put again pressure or terror on someone to sell you his goods. It's when you force someone to transfer something that's his property to you against his will. Tafalnu sheker umirma. We failed to the lies and to the manipulation. Chachamim tell us, how does a person fail for lie or for manipulation? He says, when a person does not have good deeds, when a person lives in his behavior to randomness, he mixes the good and the bad. And by mixing the good and the bad, the good gives legitimacy to the bad, gives strength to the bad. And from that is born what is called the sheker, lie, and what is born nirma, manipulation. When you manipulate someone or a situation, is you're using the good, you're using the logic, you're using the truth, and mixing it with the sheker to legitimize the sheker, to legitimize the lie. Another byproduct of that behavior in the Tafalnu Sheker Umirma is that we felt for, meaning we allowed ourselves to be amongst people that lie and manipulate. Ya'asnu etzot ra'ot. We willingly and consciously confused our friends and gave them wrong information and guidance for our own benefit or to hurt them. Kizavnu. Kizavnu is another form of is achzava. Achzava is we let people down. we hurt people by leading them on ichzavnu, kizavnu, right? Is we say things, we do things that let people down, whether it's on purpose or intentionally or unintentionally. Kihashnu is we rejected or we refuted the truth in order to gain benefit from this outcome.
I'm sorry, what was after Kizavnu?
Kizavnu is we let down people.
No, after Kizavnu.
Kihashnu.
And what was Kichashnu?
Kihashnu is when we refute something, we say that's not true. That's not true. This never happened. And from that, and it's a lie, and we refute something because there's a personal benefit that comes out of it. What?
It's amazing. I feel like so many of these could be solved with not having arrogance, not having an ego. Just those two.
Yeah, and a little bit of emet.
Not a little bit, but yes.
Yes.
No, so many of these things you would only do for your own ego or because you were arrogant,
Yeah,
you're protecting your ego. And
yes. Let's continue. Latznu milashon leitzan. Let's say you laugh about things. You make things very light. You joke. You joke about people or you joke about mitzvot. This is make fun of, belittle. Maradnu is when you're so angry at Hashem, or mechila. It's not you so angry. Maradnu is from a lack of emunah, a lack of trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You decide to go and do averot and not care. That's mered. Mered is, when there's a coup d'etat.
rebellion.
Rebellion, exactly. Marinu devarecha. Marinu devarecha is we push back your words. Meaning we do not let divrei musar, divrei Torah penetrate our heart. How? Very simple. There's a shiur. Let me go. The rabbi is going to talk now. I don't have time for it. Or the drasha. Is he done already? Okay, we heard it. It's like when you reject the Torah, when you reject the good influence. Nun, ni'atznu is we made Hashem, we made you angry because of our action. We hurt you.
Kas, where is it?
Very good. So it's we're going to see it in Hamas. All right. In Hamas, it's in a few of them. I mean, it's in a few of them, but it's true. It's a good point that you're saying that we don't. It's not part of the chaf. It's not part of the chaf.
But being such a big avera,
Yes.
I thought.
Yes. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You are right. Let me see if in one of them is how they bring it. Well, in the day-to-day, we do say it, huh?
Yeah, that's why.
In the day-to-day, we do say it. Maybe, I don't know why he didn't bring it here. I don't know why he didn't bring it here, but
We say it anyway.
Yes, yeah,
we can say it anyway.
נכון. No, אבל זה מעניין that in this רשימה he didn't bring it. I don't know why. Okay, כעסנו. כעסנו also. Well, now we said ניאצנו, right? ניאפנו. מלשון טינוף, disgusting. ניאפנו, it means we dirtied ourselves with everything that has to do with arayot, with women, the thought, the speech, the touch, the actions, the emotions. We dirtied ourselves from women desires. That's ni'afnu. Our imagination, everything. Sararnu. Sararnu is milashon sur. We went away, yeah. We left the path, your path, and the path of the Torah.
Zaranu is also Zera Levatala.
Zaranu?
Zara Levatala or no? To spill.
That also is in it, but we're going to get to it. That's not Saranu. Avinu, we did a lot of averot on purpose for our own desires. That's the Avinu. The Avinu is very important, because according to the Rambam, the Ikar of the Vidui is Hatanu Avinu Pashanu. Right? That with the first three words, the first three Viduim we say in the beginning of the Vidui. Hatanu, Shogeg. We didn't do it on purpose. With Averot, we didn't do it on purpose. Avinu, we did it on purpose. Okay. Pashanu, we did it on purpose to upset you. Going back, okay, so we said Avinu, yeah? Pasha'anu, to upset you. We did Averot to upset you. You're not giving me this. I prayed for this, I didn't get it. Well, you know what? I'm not going to put tefillin today. You know what? I'm not going to do this. I held myself from eating non-kosher because I know Hashem and I was hoping you do this for me. You didn't do it. Now tonight I'm going to eat non-kosher. That's called Pasha'anu, Hoshea. Pagamnu. Here we go. Pagamnu is we dented, we broke, and that's referring to the Od Berit Kodesh. We broke the Brit. We dented, we smashed the Brit Milah by doing Zera Levatan, and we dirtied the Shemot HaKodesh. We dented, we transformed the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that are connected to the Od Berit Kodesh. Sararnu.
I thought we did Saranu.
No, we just did Pagamnu.
I thought after Niafnu we had Saranu. We strayed from the Hashem's path.
Sararnu with a Samer. Not Sararnu is with a Tzadi. Sararnu. Milashon Sar. Sar is narrow. We were very cheap amongst each other, very narrow-minded between each other, jealous. Tsiarnu avavahem, easy. We upsetted and hurt our parents. We disrespected them. We didn't speak properly. We didn't give them the proper attention. We had short fuse with them. We raised our tone. Insensitive. Didn't give them kavod. Didn't stand up when they come in the room. Tsiarnu avavahem. Kishinu orev, we stiffed our neck, meaning we were intolerant and stubborn and retaliant to anything or anyone that would try to change our ways. Stubborn. Rashanu, we did actions that defines us, gives us a title of Rasha. For example, like we said, hating someone, stealing from someone. These are, if you do something like this, you are called a Rasha. Shihatnu, again, is we slaughtered. Harim say we slaughtered who? Who did we slaughter? We slaughtered those neshamot, this zera, kodesh, these seeds, pure seeds that are within us, okay, that carry nitzotzot, spark of kedusha, and potential neshamot. By doing zera levatala, we slaughtered them. Shihatnu. Also is bal tashchit, is we spoiled, we bal tashchit is we consumed things for no reason. We destroyed things for no reason. We were destructful. Ti'avnu, we did actions of to'eva, actions that are disgusting to the eyes of Hashem. and that made us be disgusting in front of Hashem. Like what? Avodah Zarah. Ma'achalot asurot. You eat non-kosher food. Somebody who eats, I don't know, non-kosher meat or non-kosher seafood. He becomes, Hashem is disgusted by him. Ta'inu v'tiatanu, ta'inu. We failed. We mistaken in our path, in our actions, in our decisions, in our choices. V'tiatanu, and because we failed and we made the wrong choices, v'tiatanu, and we influence others to make the wrong choices also. So our wrongdoings and our wrong choices in ta'inu caused that we made others also make wrong choices and fail. Good. And we conclude the vidui by saying, we left your mitzvot, and from your good laws and just laws. And you know what? Today, Hashem, I recognize, it's not worth it for me. I didn't get anything from it. I didn't benefit from all this. And you are the tzaddik, and you're the just one that decides everything. That decides everything that is decreed upon us. Ki emet asita, because everything you do is just. Va'anachnu yashanu, and we're the one. Everything you did is so pure, so good, so just. And we're the one who destroyed, and we're the one who contaminated, and we're the one who distorted all the good and the just and the pure and the beautiful things you did. Good. This is again what's a very high level of the vidui. When it's important to at least read it a few times, so that when you say the word, obviously have
triggers.
Yes, have next to it your message, your explanation, so that if you need an extra keyword here or whatever. But the point of all this, okay, like we said, is to say the word, understand the word, and feel the emotion of repentance and of shame that brings us in front of Hashem and say, please forgive me for this. Please forgive me. Forgive us, right? Me, and forgive us. So, Bezrat Hashem. That's for the vidui. שהקדוש ברוך הוא יקבל את תשובתנו ברחמים ויזכנו להיחתם בספרי חיים טובים ולעובדו בלבב שלם. We should be עובד Hashem on Yom Kippur the way he wants us to serve him.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Rob. This is very helpful.
בעזרת השם, בשמחה רבה.